See you guys. Question is, wait 1 second, how do I add a background to Zoom? Do you know how? 1 second. Hello, everybody. Katja, how are you doing?
Oh, very well, Max. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. So welcome everybody to PalmaReloaded, built as the event to discuss the missing link between trading systems and crypto exchanges. My name is Max, and I'm happy to be your host here, along with lovely Katja Damij. I'm here in Istanbul, and she's in beautiful sunny Austria right now. Katja, how's everything going over there?
Thank you, Max. It's going great. Not really sunny, but on November afternoon, you wouldn't expect sun in this part of region. But since we have a PalmaReloaded event, I feel like I'm under my Palma on some sunny beach. So I'm super excited, and yeah, I'm also curious what our guests are prepared for us today. So
Me too. We have a fantastic lineup. I mean, the people we have here, Coin Market Alert, Bitstamp. I mean, I'm kind of nervous. I don't know about you, Katja, but these are some pretty cool people, some pretty cool guests we have today. And I've been rehearsing some of the names here because, as you know, many of them come from Slovenia, and you know, I'm from America. So when you say Slovenia, of course, my first impression is Melania Trump. So I know how to pronounce Melania, but hopefully I'll be able to pronounce other names. I'm pretty sure I got your name down right. Katja. Damij. Is it right? Okay.
Yes, excellent. Thank you, Max.
And this is really great. This is really great because now we're starting with, of course, Bitstamp. Now, all of you know about Bitstamp. But before we go into Bitstamp, I think we need to go in first to the history of virtual currencies and what we're all doing here today. Because every single one of you, every single speaker, they have their place in the history of the evolution of cryptocurrency. From the very beginning, from the white papers of Bitcoin until PalmaExecutor today, where we are, we will see consecutively that each of our speakers, that they are part of the respective history of the evolution of blockchain technology and virtual currency. As we can see now, blockchain is no longer a dirty word. And there was a time, not even more than 3 years ago, when people didn't know the difference between blockchain and cryptocurrency, when people thought that cryptocurrency itself was a dirty word because of the history of Silk Road, criminality. And now what we have is this mainstream adoption of virtual currencies, whether it's PayPal, Venmo, FEMA, Croatia's oldest financial institution. Everyone wants a piece of the pie. And I'm very proud to be the host of this wonderful event because it's very rare and very seldom that you have such a wonderful lineup of individuals here today, whether it's Bitstamp, Coin Market Alert, or anyone else. So please, I would like to introduce everybody to our first guest, Polona B. Bastar. Let me say it again. Hold on, everyone. I wish we had a drum roll. Polona Bastar, everybody, from Bitstamp. Polona?
We have Polona.
Unmute, Polona, unmute.
Yeah. That was perfectly pronounced, so thank you.
Cool. Polona, could you please tell us now everything you're here to say? And also, before you begin, how are you today?
Good, thank you. Pretty late already, judging from the dark, you can probably see. But yeah, perfect, thank you.
Where are you, by the way, right now?
Ljubljana, Slovenia.
Ljubljana. Okay, very cool.
The crypto place to be.
Oh yeah. Okay, now I yield to you, Polona Bastar.
Thank you. Yeah, so I will talk briefly about the evolution of crypto trading. And so what started as a tech experiment in 2009 evolved greatly to the crypto markets we know today. And at the beginning, crypto trading was a lot different to what we know today. And there were not a lot of crypto exchanges. And a lot of the trading was actually done over the counter. And back then, over the counter meant finding a Craigslist listing, calling this person up and buying Bitcoin over the phone, just like that. And this person was usually a miner, trying desperately to sell his Bitcoins just to earn a few bucks. And this was also my experience in 2014. In 2017, we saw first mass adoption, a lot of retail traders entering the space, and their trading strategies were simple: long to mid-term buy and hold, or more short-term, more speculative strategies like buy low, sell high. And a lot of these trades were related to ICOs back then. And there was actually not a lot of platforms supporting real professional advanced trading. After 2017, the crypto market started to cool down a little bit, but crypto trading never really lost its momentum because the volatility was still there, right? And perhaps the volatility was more capitalized by professional traders, and retail traders were somewhat left on the side. But more importantly for retail traders in this period was that we had time to focus on trading tools, execution venues, and trading platforms. So this cooling period actually brought us a lot of new tools, a lot of platforms that enable retail traders to be more educated, to have more access to trading tools, and to choose from a variety of execution means. So this now means that retail investors are able to buy and trade through their banking apps like Revolut, or their payment apps, PayPal. But it also means that they can have a direct access through their exchange accounts and perform more complex and advanced strategies with help of executors like PalmaExecutor. And to be able to provide all of this data and execution, these venues and tools rely heavily on exchange data and exchange API. And Bitstamp was always leading the space in terms of uptime, speed of execution, reliability. This even got an additional boost this year when we implemented a new matching engine from NASDAQ, which is a traditional player. And this boosted our infrastructure for quite a bit, because we are aware well that technology is core part of our business and your businesses actually. So our mission is to enable really the best technology there is. And yeah, this was kind of the point I wanted to get across today. And yeah, if you have any questions, I'm sure the audience will have later. There will be Q&A, right?
Absolutely, there will be Q&A. I'm sure a lot of people have questions for Bitstamp and for you as well. But before we go into Q&A, which will be in the end, is there anything else you'd like to say? Because I'm sure Katja, as well as I, have some questions for you ourselves.
Yeah, well, shoot.
Okay, so my first question is, what is a matching engine? I'm sure a lot of people want to know what that is, and why is it so important, Polona?
Yeah, so matching engine is actually core infrastructure of every exchange. It matches all the orders that come in. So it's extremely important that this is done fast, because we can have as much as 60,000 orders per minute coming in. And in order for people to buy and sell, these two sides needs to be matched. And this is the job of a matching engine. Okay, and
Polona, may I ask you, of course, everybody knows about Bitstamp. You were the first, the biggest trender setting and so on. So how do you see the future of crypto exchanges? Will they specialize? Will they evolve in different, I would say, segmentation? Or how do you think, and where will Bitstamp go?
Well, there will for sure be some kind of consolidation, right? Because there is a lot of crypto exchanges right now, and we are still early in the space. And we are all kind of waiting for regulation in all parts, right? So Bitstamp right now is focusing on expanding their offering. Yeah, right now we are listing a lot of the new pairs to be able to expand our offering for retail traders. And yeah, I think there will be part where, you know, there will be spot exchanges and there are the uprising derivative exchanges. So this short term, this will be the distinction, but the main part is we are all really eager to wait for some kind of regulation.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, regulation, everybody's favorite word in the cryptocurrency market, right? So, speaking of that, I have a question that has nothing to do with anything you said today, but what made you choose the name Bitstamp? I always think that's important. What makes the company choose the name?
Oh, that was that's actually probably a story from the owners, and I don't actually know, to be to be honest. So yeah, that's a question for Nate and Damian.
Okay, no problem. So now I think we can take some questions. Would anyone like to ask something to Polona? Let us check the question sections. You guys, please, if you're going to ask a question to Polona, introduce yourself in the chat, and Katja and I will direct your question to Polona.
There is also Telegram chat, right? If anyone has some questions after that.
Okay, well, we're waiting for those questions because some people are super slow typers. Not everybody's as fast as we are because we're nerds. I guess then my next question will be, why did you join Bitstamp? And a little bit about the history of Bitstamp itself. Can you tell us where Bitstamp came from? My understanding is that Bitstamp was founded right after the right after the collapse of Mt. Gox. Maybe you can give us a backstory.
Yeah, Bitstamp was founded in 2011, and right now we are the longest standing crypto exchange in the world. So that's quite old, right, in crypto standards. Max, you're muted. Still.
For some reason, it automatically mutes. Did you just say
the
longest standing exchange in the world?
Yeah. Crypto exchange.
Wow. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. So I'm talking right now to the business developer of the largest or the longest standing cryptocurrency exchange in the world. That's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
And can you tell us a little bit about your connection then to about Executor? What do you feel about Executor?
Yeah. So I joined Bitstamp in 2017. I was personally interested in trading Bitcoin since 2014, and always looking at the space of what's new, what's happening. And I'm also like trader, for let's say, I trade in my free time. So I am always on the lookout for new execution means and tools. So I came across PalmaExecutor, PalmaBot. Actually, I think it was 2 years ago, and I signed up for the signals.
2 years ago.
This is the
times. That's like
this is the history. Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. It's amazing for me to think that the world's longest standing cryptocurrency exchange is here with us today, and that they're explaining PalmaBot Executor, and I think that that's really fantastic. And as I told everybody yesterday when we were having like our pre-meeting, I used Bitstamp for a long time, and the only reason I didn't is because I forgot my two-factor authentication.
Yeah, we'll solve that.
You're gonna help me with that.
Yeah, we'll solve that. No worries.
I remember using Bitstamp. It's an absolutely amazing interface. I mean, I fell in love with it right away. It wasn't until I broke my phone and my screen and I couldn't get it. And I said, okay.
You will love our new app, so we'll sort it out. We'll sort it out.
Perfect. So Polona, thank you so much for being here today. Everybody, Polona Bastar from Bitstamp being the exchange that I lost the least amount of money in my cryptocurrency trading history. Next, we have Cesar Trevisan. Cesar Trevisan is from Brazil. He's here with NovaDAX. NovaDAX is a Brazilian exchange. I'm sure a lot of you know about them. However, since they don't open up their market to non-Brazilians or non-Brazilian residents, you may only know them by their wonderful reputation. I now welcome the wonderful Cesar, or Cesar, however you prefer it. Please welcome.
Thank you, Max. Thank you, Max. Actually, it's Cesar in Portuguese.
Cesar. At least say
right.
Is it at least right? Brazil. Please say Brazil for me.
Brazil.
Okay.
Brazil.
NovaDAX, because that's probably another question people have.
Oh yes, that's why I want to spend a little bit of my time explain about NovaDAX and talk a little bit about us. It's funny because Polona said us that Bitstamp is the long-standing exchange in the world, and we are a very young exchange. So we have today 2 years of operation.
But wait,
So,
you still survived 2018. How many exchanges do you know of that are still around from 2018? That started in 2018. To my knowledge, you're one of only a handful. So that is an accomplishment.
Yes, in Brazil in 2018, we had a lot of exchanges starting. I don't have the right number, but we see the most of them close the doors. So now we stay in the top 3 together with the older exchanges. So from 2008, the most exchanges don't succeed. Return about the NovaDAX. We have 2 years of operation, like I said. We have a fast growth. Actually, we start in October in 2008, and in 1 year we reached the top 3 in Brazil. So I have some numbers to share. For example, our customer base grew up 5 times since 2009, and our asset under custody 70 times. So it's great numbers to us. We are very proud of that. And our volume also increased a lot in the last year. So today we are first in Brazil. For example, in trade pairs. So no one exchange in Brazil has so much trading pairs like NovaDAX. And our rating in customer service and reviews like in App Store and Google Play is very good too. Talk a little bit about our structure like a company. NovaDAX has a global team. It's not only Brazil. So we have people in Brazil, in Beijing, in London, Zurich, and we are starting Portugal. Actually, we started in Portugal last month. So in Portugal, we'll be able to provide deposits, withdrawals in euros and trade with cryptocurrency as normal. That's a little introduction about NovaDAX. So we are very happy to be here. So I think we have in the future we will have a good story to tell about the growth, the new products. Actually, in Brazil, we are the first exchange that launched a crypto card and a bank account that allow the customer to use cryptocurrency to make payments like bank slip and transfer money to any bank account. So we are launching, we are focusing on great new products to the customer. That's it.
Cesar, that's a wonderful obrigado.
Obrigado.
So what would you say is you said that most of the exchanges shut down, turned the lights off in Brazil. What do you think is the reason for your success? What do you attribute you're still here while all the other exchanges pretty much disappeared?
I think we have a lot of reasons. It's hard to choose just one, but in my point of view, we had a lot of schemes in Brazil. So Bitcoin and cryptocurrency has not a good image in Brazil. So it's hard for a new company fight in this environment. So you need build a good brand. You need build a lot of trust to keep in the market. In my point of view, this is the main reason.
Cesar, did you say that it doesn't have a good reputation in Brazil? What is the reputation in your mind right now, in the average Brazilian's mind, of cryptocurrency?
Sadly, it's changing. But if I consider out of my bubble, my friends, they don't know a lot about crypto. So it's good for us and for other exchanges because we have a whole market to explore. But the people don't know. They think that it's only a asset to speculate. They don't see the fundamentals or don't understand the cryptocurrency. That's why we have this vision to start to focus even more in education to the customer, not only in trading and make profit, but teach the customer what is a blockchain, all the aspects of the technology.
Okay, we have some more questions from our audience. So everybody who wants to pose the question, please write it to either Zoom chat or Telegram Palma chat. So, but now I would like to introduce our third moderator and also Palma co-founder, Mr. Jernej Vrčko.
Jernej, introduce yourself. Hey, welcome. Jernej, you're muted, but I can see that you're trying to say something.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so I'm just jumping in to explain some technical details. Some people are asking where they can put the questions. Okay, so let's go like this. I will post you. I would like everybody to try your Zoom. Okay. And first, I would like you to find your Zoom chat. Zoom chat, you will be able, if you're on the phone, find on the right lower corner, or if you're on the laptop, it will be in the middle lower part of your screen. I will now post into that Zoom chat for everybody to see. Wait a second. Can I post to everybody? Here we go. So here are some things that you will be able to do. Now, everybody, first thing you can do, either you wave hand into your camera, okay, like this. Let me see you. Did you find the Zoom chat? In the Zoom chat, the first, okay.
People saw it.
I can see Martin, I can see Nace, and I see Luka waving, great. Or you can go to the Palma bot community on Telegram. The link is as well in the Zoom chat. And you can as well post questions there. For now, just say hello to anybody that you would like to say hello to, okay? Let me see if we have somebody saying hello. There we go. Hello, Zoomers. Hello, Jure. Thank you for the post. Thank you for coming. All right. I think we are now more familiar how we can communicate with each other. I would as well like to just announce that we will be doing showcases that you can as well see in our intro video and introducing goodie bags in the breaks with the stake of 20,000 euros. So thank you all for coming for now. And now I would like to give the word back to you guys for the next two speakers. I believe Luka and Janez are coming in this first round. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much, Jernej. So now I believe Luka, okay, we practiced this so many times, you guys. I can do this. Nobody help me. Nobody help me, okay? Oh my God. I kept calling him cappuccino yesterday, but I know it's not cappuccino. Wait, hold on. Okay, Luka Kapetanic. Everybody, Luka Kapetanic. Wait, I'm gonna say it like I mean it, okay, you guys? Everybody now, Luka Kapetanic. Luka.
Thank you. That was good enough.
Better than yesterday. We really tried. We really worked on this, guys. You don't understand. There was a lot of effort put into me remembering.
Yeah. Okay. But you are good enough.
Ah, thank you.
For an American, of course.
Yeah. So, wait a minute. So, Luka, where are you right now, by the way?
Right now, I'm in the beautiful city of Rijeka in Croatia. at the seaside and at the 19th floor of my 50 square meters apartment.
Oh,
I
wow.
ran out everybody, my wife, my kid, everybody, and now I'm all yours.
Nice, nice. All right then, Luka. But everybody, please, just for the record, your name is pronounced Kapetanic, right? Or Kapetanic?
Kapetanic.
Okay. And what does that mean in Croatian, by the way?
Little captain.
It means captain.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, captain.
Imagine how do big captains look, and I'm a little captain, and I have like 107 kilos. All right. So, right. So I'm here. I'm from Finxflo, but I'm here also to talk about user friendliness that we need in the crypto space, right? So.
Well, I mean, you seem pretty friendly, Luka. So, I mean, are you the user friendliness that they're talking about, or is it something else that we're talking about here?
Come on, I am user friendly. Ask my wife. Come on, be polite, man. So, right. First, let me tell you something about myself and my credentials. I'm a long time cryptocurrency first miner, then trader. Then since, I don't know, 2015, I have been a crypto journalist for numerous publications. I'm a founder of CoinSyncom, which is cryptocurrency and blockchain journal, now on hold, because I am the content manager and designer at Finxflo. Finxflo is the world's first hybrid CeFi and DeFi protocol aggregator. So I want to say something before I start talking about Finxflo. I want to say something that we all have to have in mind to provide some major benefit for the crypto industry, and that's user friendliness. Cesar was talking about Bitcoin and crypto having a bad reputation in Brazil and in South America, right? And part of the thing is people are not well informed, and cryptocurrencies are not very user friendly. So let's take one example, the onboarding itself. So first thing that you have to do is get yourself some crypto. To be able to do that, you have to find some platform that does fiat to crypto conversions, right? So let's say you get yourself some Bitcoin, right? And then you can decide to hodl it, right? Which was the thing when I got in 2015. But the situation has, well, changed. People want to invest in different cryptocurrencies, in different projects. They want to enrich their portfolios with different kinds of investments and different kinds of assets. So all of a sudden they find out that not all cryptocurrencies are listed on all exchanges, right? So they have to open up account, for example, Bitstamp. To get another one, they have to open up account on NovaDAX, and so on and so on. And all of a sudden you find yourself having 8 accounts with 8 different two-factor authentications, and you know, Max, how awkward that can be, right?
I think more. Yeah, I definitely know what that's like.
Yeah, so
broken, you can't get into any of your exchanges. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. So you have KYCs, you have two-factor authentications, right? And there are many things that can go wrong, and that's, well, more or less intimidating for investors, especially newbies, right? I try to explain to my father what should he do to invest in Bitcoin, and he was just done in a matter of minutes. And, well, because you have funds dispersed around the space, you have to find a way to make it user friendly. So there is risk of losing your funds. There is risk of crypto fraud and everything like that, and that's what's driving people away from the space. So the first thing that people have to do is find a way to make user interfaces and user experience more friendly. So you have you don't have 10 various platforms for 10 various purposes. You have to find a way to make it more accessible by making people go to one place and do everything in one place. For example, there is a reason why a lot more investors are still investing in traditional markets instead of crypto. And we all know that in crypto you can earn much, right? But to invest in regular traditional markets, you just pick up a phone, call your broker and tell him, go buy me that thing or go buy me that other thing. And in crypto, you have to do it all by yourself. And we, of course, we say to people who are newbies, you should keep your crypto in your wallets, right? And that's not so easy to do when you are a trader, right? Because you have to react quickly. You have to be inside all the time. So when I'm at that, that's exactly what we do at Finxflo. So basically, and not just Finxflo, that's what PalmaBot is doing with the connection with CoinLise and Coin Market Alerts, is that people can use one platform to access more, right? And in Finxflo, so when we say that our product is a hybrid CeFi DeFi aggregator, well, this means that the individual can access many crypto protocols and services from a single account, or like 25 plus exchanges without having accounts on each and every one of them. We also have aggregator for various DeFi protocols, which can also be accessed through one platform, through that one KYC, one registration. What's even better, we allow our users to access all these platforms by only holding Finxflo, FXF coin, right? So that is the bridge that I'm talking about, the product that can bridge many different protocols and many different platforms and to integrate it into one thing that everybody can use. So, and what we are doing in Finxflo is that we are making it all regulatory compliant. And that's another phase of user friendliness, right? Because institutional investors and retail investors with deeper pockets just do not want to invest without a certain regulatory wireframe, right? So, and without institutions, without retail investors with deeper pockets, we just don't have new money influx. And where is no new money influx, then we don't have another bull run, all right? And that's exactly what's needed in the crypto industry, in my opinion. And that's what we are doing. That's what Palma is doing, and people who look forward in this space is what they are doing, right? And people and projects who are going to concentrate more on user experience and user interfaces are going to, well, basically they will gain much more traction regardless of the first mover advantage. And that's the point I wanted to make today.
Yeah, thank you, Luka. Thank you. That's really interesting. And we see you have a lot of experience on end user needs. So you really understand what they need and how enable them easily to start with crypto. So we have one interesting question from the audience for you. And the question is, what strategy do you suggest for starting small crypto businesses?
Well, small crypto business is such a wide statement that I really don't know what to say. So small business can include a bar who wants to accept cryptocurrencies. The solution already exists, even in Croatia. So basically, when starting a crypto business, you have to have a good product, right? That's the first thing. And the other thing is you have to present your good product to the public, right? And you cannot present your product to the public well if you don't have good enough user interface and easy enough to use.
Yeah,
that's what you have to have. So therefore you have to have designers.
So what you're saying is the cryptocurrency space needs like a Steve Jobs, right? Somebody who takes the nerdiness away from it and says, this is what everybody wants, and we have to go in the direction of consumer facing. Is that right?
Yes, exactly. And my point also is that a lot of crypto projects spend too much cash on marketing and too small amount of cash on developing that user friendliness, that hiring great designers, hiring superstar people who are going to make crypto accessible to the wider audience.
Well, you know, that all starts with the turtleneck. So you can't invest in consumer friendliness until you have the turtleneck, right?
Yeah, right.
Anyway, we really appreciate you being on here today. And before we let you go, what is your connection to PalmaBot, PalmaExecutor, and what do you see as the main advantage of PalmaExecutor?
Well, my connection is that I've met guys a year or two ago. I don't remember anymore. So we hit it off immediately because I was trying to start my own startup. I won't get into that now because it's too complicated. So the guys approached me or I approached them. I don't know anymore, but we immediately set up a meeting in Ljubljana, and they presented me with their product in one really nice bar next to the place they were working at. And over a few beers, I really got to understand what PalmaBot was about, but I wasn't prepared for the executor, really. This is the thing that really amazed me the most. They are able to think outside of the box. That's the thing. And after that, well, I've introduced them to some people. They've introduced me to some people, and we just remained in some kind of semi-business relationship.
Okay, that's a good answer. So basically, you guys are BFF. Hashtag BFF.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was actually just asking, what do you think is so groundbreaking about PalmaExecutor, and how would you describe it, and what is so phenomenal about it? Because I know we're all here today because of it, and we all have such wonderful things to say about it. What are your 2 cents on PalmaExecutor?
Well, the groundbreaking thing is that bridge that I was talking about. So, for example, you are Coin Market Alerts user, and you are placing an alert. So you want to know when Bitcoin hits, I don't know, 18,000, right? And you set up an alert, and you can also set up PalmaBot to trigger that trade for you. And that's pretty great thing because it's all done on the backside. You don't even see it's there. You just use the alerts interface, and everything is done on the backside. It just happens. That's wonderful. I will draw a parallel between Visa card and PalmaBot there, because when you pay with Visa, you don't know what's happening on the backside. You don't have to type in your wallet address. You don't have to do anything of that stuff. You know, it just happens. That's how I see Palma and for example CoinAlyze. That's how I see Palma and Coin Market Alerts connection, and that's also how I see Finxflo, because things just do run seamlessly on that side, and that's what we need.
Oh, thank you, Luka. This is really interesting, and we have some more questions coming. We will have time later to answer most of the question, but I think now it's time to announce first Palma speaker. So I would like to welcome Janez Kostanjsek to give us news, updates, and everything exciting about Palma. Janez is also co-founder and I'm sure we will enjoy his presentation.
Thank you, Katja. Thank you, Max. I'm very happy today to have you all here on our second PalmaReloaded event, of course. As you can see, very serious businesses are growing on top of blockchain technology, and it's not only about Bitcoin anymore, as it was back in 2017 when we started. And by the way, today's Bitcoin price is around $17,000 US. And if some of you didn't know that, you can set up a diff signal in PalmaBot, so you will be always up to date. Okay, yeah, so our mission is to enable simple access to digital asset markets and to somehow enable seamless trading for everyone. And this is what PalmaBot does directly for the users. But this is just one side of the story. There are many platforms out there providing signal-based trading and analytics like TradingView, CoinMarketAlert, or Coinalyze, where all the hard work actually is done. For us, for Palma, the next step was logical, and that's how PalmaExecutor platform was born. And of course, today we are talking about PalmaExecutor, the missing link between trading systems, exchanges, and the users. And I think that for PalmaExecutor...
Can you say that last part again? Because I think that was super critical. And I just want you to say that one more time so that...
I mean about the missing link between trading systems, exchanges, and the users.
Exactly, because I think you captured the essence of this whole project in itself. Okay, that's it. I just wanted to hear it again. It sounded really good.
Yeah, and for PalmaExecutor, crypto starts where information meets trading execution. And what does that mean? For example, if you want to buy a Bitcoin when price drops to, let's say, 15,000, this is simple. You just set the limit order and wait. But if you want to buy low and sell high repeatedly, you need something more. And this is the hard work that is done on our partner platforms, where you can start with simple technical or fundamental alerts. And this showcase will give you Jernej later in round 2 with CoinMarketAlert. Or you can create a complex strategies available on TradingView and execute them with PalmaExecutor. And from now on, you can create your own strategy or just choose your favorite alert on our partner website and execute it with PalmaExecutor. No need to check emails all the time, and then do it manually. So, what is under the hood of PalmaExecutor? To enable all of this, we need high quality data streams. And this is very important. So what we did was we applied 3 certification levels for exchanges and 3 certification levels for each partner that connect to PalmaExecutor. And this is how we encourage real-time data streams, reliable trade execution, and provide maximum security level to all our users. Today, we are very honored to have Bitstamp with us, because they are one of the oldest and most recognized crypto exchange in the world. And on the other side, if you look at NovaDAX, a rising star of Brazil. But they share something very important with us. They have something in common, and this is speed.
You should be on their marketing team. This is good. It's true. What you just said about NovaDAX being the rising star of Brazil, it's totally true, because I was looking at all the exchanges that started up in Brazil, and they're one of out of all the exchanges in 2018, they're one of the survivors, It's like as if they survived nuclear Armageddon and they're crawling out of the rubble. And I think that really speaks to the credibility of NovaDAX. And I think that, as we both can agree, BitMEX, I'm sorry, not BitMEX. BitMEX is shit. Bitstamp, that their credibility speaks for itself. I mean, the fact that they are not one of the longest standing, they are the longest standing cryptocurrency exchange in the world. And they're here today with PalmaExecutor. I think that that in itself is groundbreaking. And I don't know how you're so calm. If I were you, I would be so nervous to have these people here, because you are now part of a new milestone in the history of cryptocurrency. And as you see today, the price is now 17,500. I got to call my dad, tell him to buy. No, tell him to sell. I think that what you just said is super, super critical. But I have one question for you, because it's the question on everybody's mind when they hear about PalmaExecutor. And that is the issue of security. Can you go a little bit into this before we go to Q&A about what makes you guys so secure?
I mean, look, everything starts on the exchanges, you know, and that's why it's very important. And this is what I wanted to say. Why is NovaDAX so super successful? Because they are secure, they have high speeds, and they are reliable, so people trust them. And of course, they have good team and so on. But this without the security, you don't reach, and you cannot do this what they achieved. And not all exchanges are like that, you know. Most of them are not, and that's why we want to connect only the best exchanges, not all of them, only the best exchanges, and this will happen till the end of this year. And this is very important for us, because here it starts everything. If the exchange security is at high level, then also we can implement and follow this security. And that's why we have so many new standards regarding the security. And we say we have bank or military grade security.
Wow. Well, that sounds super fancy as well, military grade security. And I think a lot of people believe it. I think the fact that you have tens of thousands of people already using your product, I think that the fact that, as you said, even Bitstamp's business development manager, she's been using PalmaBot for years. I think that's testament to the success and the credibility of PalmaBot and now PalmaExecutor. So with that, we now are going to proceed to Q&A. Katja, I will let you take over for a little bit now while I drink.
Yes, thank you, Max. We have several questions. We will have now time just for a few. So first question is for Ms. Polona Bastar from Bitstamp. Can you please describe a coin or token listing process at Bitstamp?
Yeah, sure. So as you all know, Bitstamp is always has been a conservative exchange. So we didn't have much listing up until this year. And what was preventing us, but how we were approaching the space. We were the first one to go through all of the regulation and compliance hassle back in 2013. So we were also the first exchange to be licensed in Europe. We have license in Luxembourg. So we have to work really closely with our regulator to be compliant and to just check all the categories for all of our listings and all of our business development. So we are now listing more coins, and we are looking the space carefully. What's interesting, of course, we are still very aware of all the due diligence, what's attractive, and yeah, we have internal procedures of due diligence that all of the coins have to go through. They have to be approved by our regulator, and only then can be listed on our exchange.
Oh, thank you very much, Polona. So now we have more questions, and the next question is about voting results. So I would like to give the word to Mr. Jernej Vrčko from PalmaBot, and I'm sure he can explain us about what was this voting about.
Thank you very much, Katja. Yes, there is this voting survey that was running for 2 weeks now. And we invited our users and surrounding communities to attend to this survey. We wanted to hear from our users which exchange would they like to see first built in to our real-time exchange engine, which is the base for the real-time arbitrage opportunity finder. And we address hodlers, and it mainly in Europe, because the exchanges that were fighting for the first place here is BTC Turk, Bitpanda, and tokens.net. And
wait, don't tell us yet. Make us wait for it. Create some suspense here. You know, don't just tell us right away.
I will first say this. The winner exchange is very important for Slovenian crypto community. Now, many of you probably already know which one is the winner. I would like to mention here LanaCoin first. They are our supporters. We support each other very much, like more than a year now. We supported them as they were listed on the Yobit exchange, but unfortunately Yobit exchange turned out to be a scam, so we turned it off away. So now we lost Lana, and now we are on our way back to support them back again, because they're listed on that exchange that I'm going to be announcing now. As well, CryptoWater.si, check them out, really great water on blockchain project, supporting us, supporting each other, is coming as well with this exchange, and as well TajCoin. So those are our close guys that will be launched together as we support the winner exchange. And now it's time for me to announce it. So,
who are the contenders, Janez? Tell us the contenders. Contender number one.
Contender number one was from a country where you are in.
In Istanbul.
So it's BTC Turk.
Okay.
Which was very close with the country where you are in, Katja. Wow, what a coincidence. So the Bitpanda, and the winner, of course, is tokens.net. And we are entering now the break. So congratulations, tokens. Among our community, definitely you are the most supported exchange, not just among those that I mentioned, but higher as well. So it's been in our plan for a long time now, but as you know, coming to the market is not an easy task. So we are not just picking everything that we want. We are doing things like PalmaExecutor now to do the let's say success as quickly as possible for us, and as quickly as possible for users especially. So if you'd let me, guys, I would like to lead our visitors now to our first break.
Oh yeah, this is the first part, you guys. We're gonna have a 10-minute break, but before you guys do, I want to say shame on all of you. Nobody told me I had some coffee on my nose while I was talking. I'm so embarrassed. I just wiped it off.
No, wait, but don't go to your refreshments yet, guys. I would like to present our goodie bags. So before we go to the break, I will present everybody goodie bags for the first round. Now, first, here is Bitstamp's goodie bag, which is the bonus of 30 euros for the first 20 users that hit the link that I'm going to share in the Zoom chat in our Telegram community. The second one is from NovaDAX, which unfortunately we don't have the link yet, but we will send to everybody the link afterwards. Through that link, you will get their lowest fees that they offer for trading. And Finxflo, this is a very interesting one, as their ICO is approaching and they're already in the public pre-sale. They offered to you an exclusive access to their private pre-sale and you're gonna be getting very low prices in their, like I said, private pre-sale. I am going to post those right now together with extra announcements of all the links, so from tokens and from the partner coins as well. Here we go. First, we go to the community channel, and there we go. You can go clicking, and we go to the Zoom channel as well. There you go. Why is it not working? Sorry guys for this. No, something is not working in my Zoom. Maybe I refresh. No, it doesn't let me. So the goodie bags are not available in the Zoom chat. So please, everybody that want to access the goodie bags, click the link of PalmaBot community that is in the Zoom chat, and you will come to our Telegram community. Now we got it. Okay, now we have as well in the Zoom chat all the goodie bags. Thank you. That was probably our main host, Martin Rönebeck. Okay, with this, if anybody has any questions, post them to our hosts in the Zoom chat or post them in our Telegram community. So regarding our goodie bags, and now we are going for a 5-minute break. I will be rolling some intro, and you will be able to enjoy your goodie bags. Thank you for now, and see you in approximately 5 minutes.
We're still here.
Yeah.
How's
We're
everyone
coming. All right.
Okay. Are we back, everyone?
We're back.
All right, all right. Okay, who do we have now? Fantastic. It looks like I am the only host for this segment here. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Okay, so you guys, where's Katja? Katja, save me, come back.
Max, here I am.
Okay, so we're gonna start now, you guys, with David Belle from TradingView. David Belle, where are you? David?
I'm here. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. And
let me just share my screen a second.
Okay, there you are.
Here we go.
And you're joining us.
I've got 4 screens, so I need to select the right one. Here we go.
You're joining us from ice cold London. Actually, you told me yesterday it wasn't so cold there. It's actually quite nice. But
it might be the warmest November we've had in a while, to be honest. It's about 11 degrees, which is mild.
That's mild. Warm? Jeez.
Yeah, exactly. But no, thanks for having me, guys. My name's David Belle. I'm the head of growth for the UK for TradingView. And I'm sure you're all aware, as people involved in crypto, how important possibly TradingView itself has been for the crypto to really come to the forefront. And a bit of what I want to talk about today is the importance of community and the importance of being able to visualize data in a really, really good way. Before I joined TradingView, I had used them since pretty much when they started. Myself, I'm a macro trader, so I look at FX and a multi-asset kind of view of the market predominantly. And I can say for one, out of all the platforms that I've used to actually look at data, not necessarily execution, that's a different story, but to look at data, TradingView is certainly the best. And we're now moving into, working alongside Refinitiv, for example, who have an Icon platform. But if we're talking crypto specific, I think one of the really, really unique things about users of crypto is that they are the internet generation. They're used to sharing opinions and ideas online, whereas the traditional finance crowd, it's more of an in-person thing. It's much more in-person relationship driven and much more kind of print associated, so newspaper based, things like that. And really, crypto couldn't have been what it is now without its, everyday user. Finance was focused really from the top down, from banks and larger institutions to facilitate transactions, etc. But crypto is really, really individual user driven. Many people have become extremely wealthy from it, individuals, rather than it being more funds and a pooling of money. But TradingView, I think, we've reached a milestone where we have 1 million active users now. And really, what you tend to find is that, you can get to the front page somehow. What you tend to find is that the unique thing about TradingView is the ability to share an idea across, any asset at all, but we're going to be crypto specific here, to so many different users. Let me just get markets up, cryptocurrencies. Let's check out BTC. The ability for exchanges, pretty much any exchange, to connect into TradingView allows it to be the one-stop shop to view pretty much any crypto asset, in the world. If we were to go to BTC USD, for example, here, you can see the sheer amount of exchanges that we're connected up to. And I guess in Palma's case, where, you might be looking for arbitrage opportunities, etc., it allows users to actually visualize these opportunities and visualize the price differentials, all from one place. So I could have, say, Bitstamp up here. I know we've got a member of the Bitstamp staff in. And then I could have, say, FTX's pricing alongside. Obviously, it's a slightly different product, but it's a futures contract, but not. There we go. And then you can just track it really, really simply. So you can see that there's a price differential there. Not much, but you know, it's something to visualize. And I think without tools like this, which really, really make it accessible for a community to come together and make it easy to access different asset classes and different products, you know, you really, really don't get the total picture of a market. And you don't allow for that community to thrive in the same way, because people are very, very, I'm not going to say loyal to exchanges. You know, I've been with my brokers for years now, but people do tend to be very, very habit forming. And, you know, they're less likely to move from exchange to exchange. But if you are able to visualize all that data in one place, you can compare, and, you know, broker and exchanges can end up improving their prices, improving liquidity, etc., purely by kind of an optic competition. And what I mean by that is, if you can see that you're getting a worse price for your exchange, but another exchange is providing a better price, you know, you can move to that better priced exchange, for example, or an exchange with better liquidity, better volume. So I really do think that that is a vital element. But the community part, as I mentioned, is extremely important as well. Most importantly, because crypto is such an infant market relative to other financial assets, that for a lot of people, this is going to be the first time. So being able to possibly see other people's opinions, sentiment, be able to view, you know, basically where people think the market is going, allows you to really, really form a good view as well. And the fact that we do have so many users, 30 to 35% of our users are crypto involved, which is pretty huge considering it's a platform with a million people on it. You know, it really does allow you to form an opinion, and most importantly, learn about the industry and how price moves, and, you know, at the end of the day, learn how to trade it, because I really think that's what we're all here for. We're not necessarily here to learn the ins and outs of you know, what each coin does. We're really here to make money and to trade it. I know people that for years didn't actually understand the products that they were trading in the futures markets, but they just knew the price flows and knew how to work it. So I do think the community aspect from an educational point of view and being able to view other people's views is a really, really necessary part of learning how to trade and understand markets.
Okay, so Katja is no longer here as my co-host, and that makes me super nervous because, you know, so many questions to ask. David, is there anything that you would like to say if you were going to describe what you think needs to be done for user friendliness in one sentence, like one proposal for the entire market? What would it be? A piece of advice?
Rather than focusing on technical aspects, make it an emotional thing. People never get sold on technical aspects, and I find that a lot of firms that issue coins, they focus on the technical side of it and not why someone should care about their coin. You know, you see a lot of buzzwords around, but not necessarily why something should be bought by you, if that makes sense.
I think it makes sense, but can you explain a little bit more what you mean by that? Because I agree with you, but what do you think is stopping the regular consumer from buying an altcoin, for instance, as an alternative to Bitcoin?
Well, predominantly it's the marketing of it. We're all very well versed probably in what different coins are out there. the average Joe barely knows what an interest rate is. Okay, so being able to then deviate from this thing that they hear about called Bitcoin to another coin so quickly is very, very difficult. Of course, then there's the aspects of, you know, the liquidity of the markets and people maybe being worried about volatility as a part of their portfolio. And then if you go a little bit further, you have to imagine the amount the people who might best be positioned or want to be involved in the market, i.e. The younger people who understand it, they barely even own stocks, okay, as a part of their portfolio.
From a traditional background, a traditional banking or investment background, for somebody who is, as you said, the next generation, they don't have any stocks, they don't invest in stocks. For them, what stops them from buying an altcoin as opposed to Bitcoin, which is pretty much now a household name?
Again, I think it just comes down to the marketing of it. You find with altcoins that they are very tribal in nature. I'm on Twitter quite a lot, and you see people fighting over things like Link, for example. You see people saying, "Oh yeah, it's going to go to zero," and then you see other people, another half of people saying, "Oh yeah, it's going to go all the way up." You don't see that tribalism much in other parts of course, see like Tesla bears, Tesla bulls, for example. But you really, really do find a real tribalism in the altcoin community, which is a great thing, makes for fantastic entertainment. And obviously it provides a really nice two-way market if people are indeed trying to short something, which a lot of the time I doubt, considering they'd likely be scared out of that position because, you know, volatility of a crypto bull market is ridiculous, or the velocity of a crypto bull market is ridiculous.
In addition to
I think it just comes, sorry?
In addition to that, I have another question. In addition to marketing, I feel that now it's 2020, and what may have been enticing for somebody in 2018 during the crypto bull run may now be looked at with a lot of skepticism, if not cynicism. I feel that everybody who's been in the market more than 2 years has a little bit of PTSD. We all remember, every single person that I know who's been in crypto in 2018 has been burned, myself included. And we all remember the really sketchy ICO ads where you have like the Belarusian accent and a dark background, something sketchy like my background here. And somebody says, please blame my coin. But then you also have these really fantastic ads, this really amazing, really creative ICO adverts, and they also tanked. So don't you think a little bit also has to do with the mindset of people who've been burned? You know, the expression, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Would you say now that no matter how fantastic your marketing is, if you have no history, and by history, I mean in the cryptocurrencies sphere going back at least more than 2 or 3 years, you're going to be guilty until proven innocent as an ICO?
Possibly, but I mean, if we consider Uniswap over the summer, I reckon that holds necessarily true, considering the volume that we're going through there and the, you know, the amount of coins that rallied there. I even bought tendies because I thought, oh yeah, I just love the meme that it's a chicken nugget. Literally, I made money out, and I made money off of the Uniswap airdrop as well. So, you know, you have to take it with a big pinch of salt, because at the end of the day, it is a bit of a Wild West. We have to admit that. And you have to know and always factor in the, you know, there's the saying that the rug is going to be pulled, right, on a lot of the coins. So I think if you don't become a bag holder in that sense, and you just don't get overly greedy, then you're not going to be burned that much, are you? The problem is that people do become emotional over things. That happens in traditional finance as well. It's absolutely no different. It's just that the rug pulls and the people that get burnt in the altcoin markets, it just happens a little quicker. That's all. So I think you always have things as a learning experience. If you did get burnt in 2017, 2018, well, maybe try and figure out what you did wrong. You know, it's a free market. That's the beauty of a free market. You've got choice of what to invest in and choice of how to get in and out of a market. And so, you know, I think that should hold true, and people should be able make their own decisions, whether they get burnt or not.
That's a fantastic point, David. As you said, also marketing is an issue, but I just wanted to remind everybody that while having no marketing or poor marketing can be devastating to
when I say marketing, I don't literally mean like how it's spent. I mean the language used and things like that. I don't mean like a flashy video or things like that. I'm referring to how something can be perceived in a more general sense.
Would you say that marketing then would also be going into white papers, but not white papers that simply just show everyone that you're really smart and they have all these weird little symbols that nobody understands, like a technical white paper, but also a more consumer-friendly white paper? And then you have a lot of these companies, you know, during DeFi, that hype, which is still going on, you have companies that don't even have, or ICOs don't even have white papers, and they're able to just make a ton of money. Isn't this concerning at all, that this is taking away from the credibility of the market when you have all these companies coming in, pushing hype, and then everybody's losing their money and they're sufficiently demoralizing the general market? And I think that may be what keeps people in Bitcoin, because now that that's a household name, they feel it's much safer than a coin that, for all they know, won't exist when they wake up in the morning. And when I say that, I don't mean that metaphorically. I mean, they could wake up and their investment could literally be gone.
Well, if their investment could literally be gone and they're going to ruin their life over it, then they were already emotional before they even entered the investment. They much risk on the line. Look, at the end of the day, what's the alternative? You want a regulator to come in and stop the market going on. I think, you know, if you go back to Satoshi's original white paper, the whole point of Bitcoin cryptocurrency was that it's decentralized and kind of free of regulation, no? So at the end of the day, people have to make their own decisions. And yes, it's tough being burnt, but if you're going to be burnt to the extent that you're going to go bankrupt, you need to watch your risk. And people understand when they're over risked as well.
I think, David, it's really good to have your opinions and your point of view on this, because it contrasts very much to the other side of the market, the part that I think makes crypto go mainstream, which is the regulatory aspect. So on one side, you have people who believe in Satoshi Nakamoto's dream of you know, this something that's not regulated at all, decentralized. But on the other hand, if you want mainstream adoption, you're going to need something to protect the investors, and you won't have these wonderful, fantastic companies or financial institutions like FEMA. They won't want to touch virtual currency with a 10-foot pole if you don't have the regulatory aspect, because they have a reputation to uphold. And if they are getting involved in cryptocurrency and there's no regulation and something happens to their investors, don't you think that would also be bad for the general direction of the market?
Possibly, but then again, if you're a professional investor, for example, you don't have any protections either. It's only retail investors that have any kind of protection with, say, the FCA or US regulators, really. And I'm talking about traditional markets there, sorry. At the end of the day, you know, I think people have free choice. And if you want to play in a market where, you know, the likelihood of failure is quite high relative to the likelihood of success, in terms of, you know, projects success or coin success, you know, you should have that at the forefront of your mind. And possibly, you know, you can go down the route of firms saying, remember the risk, or remember, you know, the downsides that you can be faced. But at the end of the day, I believe in free choice. Unfortunately,
because that's what we do agree. I also believe in free choice. But David, thank you so much for sharing your point of view with us today. Next up, we have our former moderator, soon to be a moderator again in the third section, Katja Damij of, oh wait, what the hell, did I just see Warren Buffett on the screen?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, no, that was cool.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Yeah, please. David, please unshare the screen. Thank you.
Okay, Katja, welcome.
Yeah. So thank you, Max. I will present Apex Investment Hedge Fund, and Warren Buffett is not part of the team, although his results were long time, very, I would say, huge inspiration to all in, I would say, stockbrokers and in classical investment businesses. So yeah, as David was saying in the last presentation, the crypto is evolving fast, and some people or some institutions even are feeling left behind. And also the regulatory aspect, normally or taxation and everything doesn't follow the fast development. So we decided to establish the investment fund who invest in crypto, and probably this seems strange from the beginning, because you have here two totally different worlds. So one is the traditional financial stock banking world, who has to follow, I would say, complex regulation, all the MiFID, all the rigid, all the difficult taxation, and on the other is a fast developing, flexible, impressive crypto world. So the fund was established to cross that bridge, to enable companies, financial institutions, like banks, like insurance houses, and also other institutions, to enable them to invest in crypto, even if the regulation they have to follow, and all the rules and all the procedures and everything doesn't allow or doesn't enable, or it's not clear how to do this. So, you know, the classical investment world, I mean, the fiat world has to follow everything. And sometimes they are complaining, we have to follow everything, which brings us nothing but work and costs. And so we, the fund was established to help them. So they can invest with the classical bank or wire or SEPA transaction, and to join in crypto investment, and also they can withdraw also with the classical bank transaction. So it's meant for companies, institutions, professional investors, also for the passive investors, or for the investors who will define one part of their portfolio as passive. Because most of risk managers advise investors to divide the portfolio in different, I would say, pie slices, possibly non-correlated one. So it's this is the way that you just, I would say, made a fiat transaction and be part of the crypto world. But we are not just buying coins and tokens. We are using the modern tools. So this is where we met the Palma bot team and were immediately amazed by the solutions, because they enables us to do faster, cheaper, more effective transactions, and also to develop some strategies that before were not really taken into consideration. So what does the fund in general do? So collects the money from investors. The fund is strictly regulated, so we do follow all the blah blah I was mentioning before, and the fund is divided in shares. The fund is in ownership of investors. We are only managing it, and each investor has a specific number of shares which are totally liquid, so investor can sell or redeem them anytime he wants. So yeah, I was from the beginning on, the Palma explained to us the strategy, so that I was the first time I was happy. I said this is something for us and for many others. When they asked the team why is the name Palma, because Palma is not originally in Slovenia. They said, yeah, because for us, especially in the time of year that it's now, it's like a dream come true that you are on the sunny beach under the palma, enjoying. And if you have a mobile device, you can still earn money and observe everything. So this is what I liked immediately, and we are really, really happy to cooperate with Palma.
Oh my God. So your story about Palma is slightly different than the story I heard from Gregor and everybody else, because I don't know the actual story. I just know it's a really cool name, because when you see a Palma bot, it's just so cute, and they have this little cozy like Android guy chilling underneath of it. So Jernej, hopefully, Gregor, you can explain to us briefly before we go on the break, the story behind the name Palma, because that is quite cool. It looks like you're going to unmute yourself. Somebody's going to unmute themselves. Jernej?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Max.
What is the real story behind that? Because I've heard two now. One of them has to be the truth, you know? What is the real reason of the name behind PalmaBot?
Well, the real reason is always left for the user to figure out. You know, this is the beauty of the story.
Is it like the end of Inception when you spin the thing and you don't know if
each user sees it a little bit differently, and then he tells it or she tells it a little bit differently. So, but yes, this is the reason why we called it Palma, because we organically came to that inspiration. As we were trying to build a tool to easier access crypto exchanges and trade easier. I'm talking, of course, about the first part of our, let's say, existence, where I was the one that was doing the trades and I was the one not sleeping. And my only wish was that I would have a tool that would watch the market instead of me, wake me up when needed. Doesn't have to be automatically. I was saying just that it wakes me up and I see what's going on and I press buy or sell or do nothing, as we all know. And then we find we were
the palm tree represents simplicity, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So it would make us be able to go to the beach, lie under the palm tree, and still be able to watch over the market, right? So this is the main idea, the plot of the story behind it. Yeah. So.
Okay. We're going to have one day, let's do a whole segment on that, guys. But for today, we don't have time for that. But it really is, you know, I've heard the full story and it's a super cool one. By the way, if you ever do a rebranding, make sure you keep the name Palma, because it is super cool. You know, I showed it to my friends in America and Europe, and everyone, when they hear the name PalmaBot, they have to try it out just because it's a really catchy name. So moving on to Bertram Seitz. No, that's not, that can't be right. Bertram Seitz? Bertram?
Yeah.
Bertram Seitz. How do I say it?
Bertram Seitz.
Bertram Seitz. Bertram, where are you from, by the way?
Well, originally I'm from Hamburg. At the moment, I'm sitting in the center of the Crypto Valley in Switzerland, in Zug.
Super Alter. How is it over there right now?
So this is actually where we are installed ourselves. We have our office in the Crypto Valley lab. So we are really in the middle of everything.
You want to hear something crazy, Bertram? I lived in Germany for a little bit. I've been to Berlin. I've been to Bamberg. Everywhere. I've never been to Hamburg. Can you believe that? I got to.
That's really a shame.
Do you think it was a mistake not to go?
Definitely, you should go. Maybe we all go together one day. That could be nice.
Yes, and we can drink Rauch beer. Okay, sounds like a deal. So Bertram, why don't you tell us now a little bit about Coin Market Alert? Because we all know what it is, but except me, I'm a little bit slow. So explain it to me like I'm fine, as they say.
We heard a lot of things today about user friendliness, about transparency, about mass adoption, about people entering the crypto market as newcomers. And the idea was actually born by my partner, Roderick, who's not in this conference, in the beginning of 2017, when you had all these ICOs coming up and so many projects and this and that, that you actually completely lost control over what was going on. I mean, it was impossible to follow all these new projects and the development of the actual the coin prices and stuff like that. So that there the idea was born. Okay, let's build a tool that actually tells me if something's going on, because I cannot watch 50 coins at the same time. So let's try to create an alert tool that gives you a notification in different ways and different ways of communication when actually something happens that I'm interested in. So this can be price movements, this can be total market cap movements, it can be a new coin that is coming to the market, or it can simply be news and updates about projects. So this is the way we started off, and now we're actually at a point where we got 15 different alert types, which can be set for close to 7,000 different coins.
Okay, so let's go through one of those. Let's say that you're not into technical analysis. Let's say you're into fundamentals.
Yes.
Okay. So I want to buy a coin based off of what's going on in the news. As I told you before, we spoke previously yesterday, during the Tezos ICO, I remember that they were going to release the coins after they were finishing their programs on GitHub. So every day I would check GitHub, even though I don't know how to program, just to see what was going on. Let's say that I wanted to use CoinMarketAlert to notify me of something in the market. Let's say that the French government partners up with OCaml, and I know that OCaml works with Tezos, and therefore I want to buy Tezos. How could I use CoinMarketAlert to notify me? And also, how can I use that, streamline that with PalmaExecutor so that I know I can get it from one simple place without having to go all over the internet?
Okay, well, we have, for example, our breaking news alert, which gives you simply choose the project you want to get any news about that's coming out on the channels where we can pull the news. So you simply set an alert that every time something happening on Tezos, for example, you get a push notification, you get an email, you get a Telegram message, whatever way you choose. And you will always have the news straight away with you, wherever you are, whatever you do. You will just get the alert notification, there's something going on. Then that was the old world. Then we fortunately hooked up with PalmaBot, and that's not many months ago, actually. It was pretty young, the corporation, but I think everyone was really, really, really excited and hot about it because it just makes so much sense. We are next to each other in the value chain, and this is where partnership makes sense. So I'm from a trading. I've been in investment banking and forex trading for nearly 40 years. Yeah. So my thing was always, it's great that I get a notification. Yeah, but then I do what? I get the alert. Then I have to dial into a wallet. I have to. It's not the optimum. It's not user friendly. It's not smooth. And that's actually when we met PalmaBot. I said straight away, I said, okay, we have to work together. Because this is what really makes sense. You get the alert and you decide straight away in the same second, do you want to trade on it or not? You press the button if you want to trade, and that's it. And you get directly executed on the exchange, in your wallet, deal done.
So what you said, Bertram, is very, very important. And we have to bring Jernej into this, because what I've been explaining to a lot of people, the differences or the nuances between CoinMarketAlert and PalmaBot. Everyone knows CoinMarketAlert, so there was no need for consumer awareness on that issue. But when it came to PalmaBot, the first question they had is, how do they differ from CoinMarketAlert? How do they work together? So Jernej, if you could please just explain very quickly how PalmaBot and CoinExecutor actually work with CoinMarketAlert, because a lot of individuals who don't know about PalmaBot at first think that it's either a copycat of CoinMarketAlert or that it's competing, when in fact they are not competing at all. They are working together seamlessly. They are two peas in a pod. So please explain to me the difference, the nuance between the two.
I would rather be showing you that, okay? I'll just a couple of words and I will show you. That's why I shared the screen. As you can see, there is an alert page on CoinMarketAlert with many different possible types of alerts. And of course, when we met with Bertram and I saw their exclusive news, I remembered it immediately. My second wish after having the tool and getting the alert about a price or something was to get the alert about the news, because all professional traders and all that are burned traders, everybody know that it's both is important, the technical and the fundamental part. I told him what we have. He immediately understood, and this is actually a kind of a pattern that is going on with us. As soon as I explain to somebody, to some, I don't know, let's say average Joe, what we did, the reply is always, wow, this is really nice, this looks amazing. But when I explain to somebody from a professional trading world, the feedback is always, this is impossible, this is impossible, are you serious, this is impossible. So we merged our services, and we are still improving our user experience in this, but I will show you just quickly. So here I have a price percentage change alert. I will not go through the setting of the alert. I will just show you how you can choose the CMA trade execution powered by PalmaBot, which is which is the webhook based alert possibility. I go to PalmaBot, I type XC, which is the command for executor. I get the code here, so the connection string, copy paste it into the alert, and I can immediately now test the alert, and you will see in PalmaBot, you see there the test message arrives, and I can now either execute for each message that I receive, or just click automate, and PalmaBot will do all the next trades for me. So this is as simple as it gets. We have some improvements in plan in sense of transferring and copy pasting, so that the user will be able to do that even in mobile, but this is for some other occasions to speak about. So thank you.
I think one important thing which we are working on at the moment, and this will be launched, I hope, in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. This is actually that we will give every exchange and every crypto project free access to CoinMarketAlert to edit and publish their news with a very simple interface. Anyone can publish the news and updates about their projects on CoinMarketAlert for free. They will be distributed instantly as a ticker on the web page, and they will be feeded into the next news alert that is going out maximum 4 minutes later. So everybody who subscribes to a news alert will get the latest news of every project that wants for free to put their updates into our platform.
Wow, that's absolutely crazy. That's really cool. So you're saying that's coming in the next few weeks, Bertram? Can we count on that timeline?
We're nearly done. We're missing a tiny bit on the front end. The back end is already done.
Perfect. May I ask, what was your inspiration for CoinMarketAlert? How did that come to be? I mean, it's such a genius. It's one of those ideas that everyone thinks, why didn't I come up with that? Because it's so simple, yet at the same time, you're the best at it. So how did this happen?
And I mean, it really came out of user experience, because when you're sitting there yourself and you're a little bit from the market and you have experience and you're really interested and you get invested and all of a sudden you lose control. You have 15 or 20 coins and there's no way you can follow them. Everything is flying around, volatility is crazy, news all the time. So that was the inspiration to say, okay, I want to filter. I mean, in the breaking news alert, for example, you can define you want from all, or you choose the projects you're really interested in, and you just get the alerts. As soon as there's a news out, you have it straight away.
Did this come from your experience in the crypto market or in finance?
Crypto market.
Okay, and would you say that
with the amount of new coins coming all the time? I mean, we have a new coin alert. We have a wallet watch alert, so you can define any wallet from the from Ethereum blockchain, or we have 2-3 blockchains at the moment. You can just put the wallet address, and you get an alert every time there's movement in this wallet.
Oh, that's cool. See, I didn't know that. That's super cool. Like,
So you can actually follow a coin and see what's going on in the coin. Is the big movements, big transfers on the blockchain? Is the capital moving? Yeah.
What about when a coin gets listed on a new exchange?
This is something we are working on with PalmaBot, because they actually get the news from the exchanges. So we will definitely do an alert out of that as well. New listing alert.
Okay, so you said that since the beginning, you saw the necessity of PalmaBot. You saw them as a partner. What do you see in PalmaExecutor that excites you the most? And how do you think it's going to benefit both CoinMarketAlert and, of course, PalmaExecutor?
I mean, this is a big shift in the industry, man. And I started, I think we were one of the first ones who developed an online trading platform at the time. That was an FX, and that is back in 1995.
Jeez, it was like
this platform still exists. It's now called Reuters AVT. It's from AVT Technologies. We were a team of 7 people, and we built the platform in 1995. Actually,
how old are you, Bertram? You don't look that old. I don't know if I believe that.
Max, was that before you were born? Hey guys, we need to move on. We are way behind the schedule. Just to let you know.
Yeah, that's an amazing guess. I'm sorry, this is my fault, you guys. So now let's move on. Bertram, thank you so much.
I think one thing that is really important to say is that these alerts are for free for everybody.
Yeah.
So that's really an offering we're giving.
Bertram, CoinMarketAlert, it's been a pleasure. Now, who do we have next, guys? Who do we have next?
I'm next.
You ruined this. You ruined the element of surprise here, and I was going to give you this amazing intro, but
oh man,
Jernej, everyone.
Yeah, shit. Shame on me.
Thank you, Bertram, again. Hope to see you in either Switzerland or in Hamburg, or we'll have a beer. It'll be great.
Exactly. Absolutely. Thank you, Max. Thank you.
Jernej.
Okay. So I would like to thank as well, of course, to Bertram. I would like to thank to Katja. We are bringing some cool collaboration there, and thank you, David, for joining us as well. Especially, of course, I have to stress out that let's say TradingView is, if I will put it like this, if Bitstamp was our Northern Star, how to do our architecture to make the best from the exchanges for the users, then TradingView was our Northern Star for how to get the best for the users in sense of trading systems. And of course, PalmaExecutor works with TradingView as well. You can see it in the intro video. Now I'm jumping forward to our next goodie bag. And the specialty I would like to announce here is our referral partnership with TradingView. Congratulations to us. So in this second break, we will be providing for you a special 60% discount from TradingView. So make sure you get this click, which is the Black Friday already happening today. So you have TradingView. Then we have from Apex, we have a zero fee entrance to the hedge fund. You will get the link there. I will be posting it right now. And CoinMarketAlert, 1 month free for all their features. Alerts are for free, and there are many, but they have as well some other features. If you wanna watch over your portfolio, you will get plenty of features there. So I'm posting it as we speak. I believe I will not be able to post again in the Zoom chat. So guys, team, please, could you take over this? I will just post in the community now. So 3, 2, 1, and here we go. And I will pin the message as well. So, and please, technical moderation team, put this as well into the, okay, thank you, I see it. And we are off for our second break. Let's make it a short one. We say 3 minutes because everybody's at home, so refreshments are very close, let's say it, okay? And we are out. Just let me do the music for you and share it. And in the next round, we are expecting FEMA with accounting and
Yeah, so hello everybody. Yeah, always the breaks are the shortest. So I'm happy we are now in third round. We have some interesting speakers who will be telling about education, regulatory, accounting, taxes, and For me as an entrepreneur, when you say accounting or taxes or regulation, I feel like a toothache. I was always feeling that entrepreneurs are creators, visionaries, and wants to create and evolve, while the lawyers and the tax advisors wants to, I wouldn't say complicate, but it's not like this. If you have regulation and taxation and accounting done professionally, then it's no problem. It can actually gives you a lot of indicators, a lot of help, and also in the field of education. Most of the universities, faculties, high schools doesn't really teach much about blockchain or crypto and so. And we have some really good examples, some rising star. So I would like to announce Professor Mirjana Ivanuša. She's a professor at Faculty for Commercial and Communication Studies from Celje, from Slovenia. And she was one of the first who brought blockchain topic to university program. So Professor Ivanuša, can you please tell us more about it? Was there problems? Was there some, I would say, resistance, or was there support? And what was the feedback of your new topic?
Yes. Hello, everybody. I hope you can hear me. So I would like to share with you some information about our new program, our new course at our faculty. Actually, Faculty of Commercial and Business Sciences is the third biggest private faculty in Slovenia. And it has a department in Celje, but we also have some departments over the Slovenia. So we have departments in Ljubljana, Nova Gorica, Maribor, Murska Sobota, and Slovenj Gradec. And we at this faculty offer 4 different programs, and they are commercial studies, tourism, business informatics, and safety management. And students at our faculty can choose our new course called Blockchain Technology and Cryptocurrencies. And I must say that we are the only faculty in Slovenia offering students official program, official course, and I'm a senior lecturer of this subject. Actually, as I'm, my basic study is business informatics, and 3 years before, I suggest to my director, the owner of our faculty, to prepare a program. And I prepare a program, and it was successfully accepted. And so we have these lectures for 3 years. And our students can listen to, let's say, up-to-date topics, such as blockchain, cryptocurrencies, of course, crypto mining, crypto trading, fintech, and of course, best practice. How do we make this program, let's say? We invite different experts from Slovenian companies to share the best practice with our students. And of course, we have a contract with PalmaBot. And last year, Jernej and Gregor came to our students and presented them PalmaBot application. And of course, this year, I'm looking forward because they will present them PalmaBot Executor. So I'm really glad that you're sharing your knowledge with our students and, let's say, in Slovenian educational scientific, let's say, surrounding.
So thank you, Mirjana. When I was in the university, professors were, I would say, rather different than you are. I'm really amazed by your flexibility and openness and approach. So, what was your first impression? How did students react? Did they say they will benefit and they are more close to practical work after university?
3 years before, we started with a group of 40 students. Most of them have no knowledge and no sense about blockchain. But after, let's say, 6 courses, 6 sessions, and they became some ideas, a lot of knowledge, and they have to prepare project work. They must prepare an analysis of 10 articles from our news portal, CryptoWater.si, and they have to prepare an analysis of 10 ecos. So through that project work and this seminar work, they must grab into the topics, and they knew more about it, and they are prepared when they will be forced with, let's say, this topic in their, let's say, companies or wherever they will go.
Oh, that's great. I'm sure I would enjoy a study like this. So thank you. Thanks a lot, Mirjana, for this presentation and for everything you are doing. And back to you, Jernej.
Thank you. I would like to introduce our next speaker. And I believe we are having the next one from Croatia as well, right? So I would like to invite Milan to say a couple of words for us.
Milan Horvat, right?
Yeah.
It's not correct. Because you speak Croatian, you know, I have to do it. I have to try. So Milan Horvat of FIMA, he is the CEO of FIMA Plus. As many of you know, FIMA is the oldest the oldest financial institution in Croatia. And it is absolutely fantastic and a pleasure to have the CEO of FIMA Plus here today. It is an honor. Jernej, did I say his name right?
Yeah, correct. Thank you very much.
Okay, I had to try. So, where are you, Milan?
I'm originally from Varaždin. It's it's a place 70 kilometers north from capital of Croatia, Zagreb. But in this moment, I'm in Zagreb in a flat of my friend, and I wait and hear a lot of interesting people and wait my turn. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yes. So, but I don't see Milan. Is he there?
Yes, I'm here all the time.
Oh, you're here the whole time. Okay. Okay, Milan. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about FIMA first of all? For instance, my dad is watching right now. He's in California.
Yeah.
Why don't you give a little brief introduction about FIMA?
Yes, thank you very much for this opportunity. So FIMA, the next year, 2021, will be 30 years old company. And in this moment, we are the oldest investment company in Croatia because we start early at the 1991. As we start as a brokerage house, then we run investment funds and the banks and the investment banking and all. And at shore, we are now as an investment company in traditional security trading on the stock exchanges. We are active on more than 30 stock exchanges worldwide. And basically, we are EU-based company, and we have a lot of clients out of Croatia, foreign countries from United States, Scandinavia, Germany, French, or even Australia, which like to trade in this part of Europe. So we provide services in execution and trading with all kinds of securities here, or Slovenia, Ljubljana Stock Exchange, or Bucharest Stock Exchange, etc., or provide for our domestic clients services out of Croatia on New York Stock Exchange or London Exchange or Stockholm Exchange, for example, where we trade a lot of ETNs with Bitcoin or some different securities or different classes of assets. So last 4 years, from 2017, we start in 2016, followed the crypto market, because then we recognize that is a very important change with blockchain will come on the financial industry. And because this digital transition, we start to follow what happens here on the crypto market, because we recognize that the next step of this development will be digital asset. And we are very active on these exchanges, because we trade many different classes of assets for our client. Can you hear me? It's okay, Max?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. So Milan, I have a question. In the United States, the CFTC considers Bitcoin and other virtual currencies to be commodities. They have done so since 2015. What is the official position or the regulatory standing of Bitcoin in Croatia?
Bitcoin in Croatia is not a commodity. Bitcoin in Croatia is something like security. That's official statement, not only in Croatia, it's official statement of EU generally. And the EU generally have new rules which they prepare for the 2022, which will treat crypto and digital asset on the very same way as the securities, as some different classes of assets, you know. And that is very important, because on one way we have a brokerage house and investment management company, and 3 years ago we established crypto company, because we are regulated in many different ways. As before was mentioned, we need a regulator, because our clients are not only institutions, they are retail clients, and they are not so educated, because we have two reasons why we involve ourselves in this business. One is that we recognize that whole financial industry will change themselves from dematerialized classes of assets to the digital classes of assets. And that's our way of thinking, that we have stock exchanges and crypto exchanges, but in the next future we will have digital asset exchanges, which will cover all these classes of assets, because the digital transformation. And the second reason is that our clients, they use our services, because when you are first adopter, and when you're first mover, you will trade alone. You will spend the nights, as many people discuss, you will spend the months or years, and you will have a breakdown after all this, because all this stress. But many people, mostly people, they don't have this time. There are some other businesses, there are some other professions, but they are savers. They like to invest, and we have this type of clients, and our clients like to be in crypto too. For example, we have more than 30,000 clients, not only in Croatia, worldwide, and they invest in different classes of assets. But very often they come to us and ask, okay, we see that you have a crypto exchange, you are in crypto market. What do you think? We like to start to learn something or invest. And I will invest maybe 5% of my portfolio in maybe some different cryptocurrency or digital asset. That's the way how our clients start to recognize importance of the digital asset or cryptocurrency. And they think that is something new, and they like to learn. And that's the reason why we are very satisfied with services of PalmaBot, because they provide a lot of information, a lot of services, a lot of insight, how to say, for this type of people, not only for traders who will make this as execution tool. You know, that's very useful for other people, because a lot of these people ask us, okay, where we can learn. We will use your services because it's easier way for us, but we like to know. And then we provide them some connections to PalmaBot or some other what we think is important for learning tool or lessons or something like that. And that's we think the next step of the adoptions of crypto assets and cryptocurrencies, because first movers, they start 2011, 12, they have their peak 2017, 18, and then they come down to the new level. The new level today we have on same level Bitcoin on 17,000 US dollars, same as in 2017. But the volume of this trading is huge, bigger. It's a bigger, you know, and there is a lot of retail investors. There are institutional investors. It start to begin industry, and that's our way of thinking. We are industry. We are 30 years in this industry, and we like to provide the best services for our clients. Our clients are not educated, and they need good service that they can be some kind of savers with cryptocurrency assets, something like that. So
that's fantastic, Milan. So what you're saying is that PalmaExecutor and PalmaBot are some of the tools that FEMA, Croatia's longest standing financial institution, uses for individuals who aren't familiar with cryptocurrency. And you believe that in that sense, then PalmaBot is a milestone in the transition from cryptocurrency going from a very small esoteric community to mainstream adoption. I'd like to ask you a question about regulatory certainty versus regulatory uncertainty. As you said, Bitcoin and other coins may be considered a security in both Croatia and the European Union. Do you think that that will affect the ICO market? And if so, will it affect them adversely or positively? What will be the repercussions from having an ICO in the European Union or in Croatia specifically once they are determined to be securities?
ICO market, which we saw the bubble in 2017, 2018, was very helpful. My point of view of this is very positive because that made a lot of, visibility of this cryptocurrency all over the world. In this moment, all newspapers, media, and others write a lot or talk a lot about this cryptocurrency, and that was very important for us. But it was very enthusiastic period with a lot of people who are not so good in their production of their ideas, because they have great ideas, but there is no, as my friends from United States learn me, that is your presentation, but what is your delivery? Delivery was not so good. That's one point of that. Another point is completely different. It was ICO, it was utility tokens, you know, but we speak about security tokens, so digital asset, you know, that's completely different as a utility. We have basically three kind of tokens: bond token for payment, utility token for many different utility cases, and security token. It's some kind of asset for the real asset for the trading, you know, because in this moment you have tokenized many or famous shares, so like Apple or some others on some digital exchanges or cryptocurrencies, and it's a security token. For example, you can buy it on the many platforms like, or bank platforms like Revolut or something like that. So they made these securities, traditional dematerialized securities, to the digital asset securities. They tokenize it. That will be the main road for the development of the crypto market and the digital asset. That's my point of view, because as I mentioned before, because the digital transition or whole this world, that's only not beginning, it's early beginning, you know. This last 10 years was only 0 point for the crypto market, but now we have early beginning, and we now will work with to adapt this crypto market to the mass population. That's the completely different level of development of crypto market, and it's a reality because, as you know, central bank digital currency, many central banks develop this their own coin for the purpose of payment on other, for what is important to use this own national fiat money, but they need something tokenize it. And in this case, we have this all over about us, and that is very important to recognize, because it will be, how to say, very normal way of thinking. For example, it will be very fast. I used to say to people, this touch screen mobile, which we use in everyday life, was unknown 10, 11 years before. It's only 11 years before when start this touch screen mobile. And this payment with crypto, we have 3-4 years, and it is very, very often in use, especially in Asia, then the United States, but Europe, we are further in this role. You understand? That's our point of view. And we know that mostly people need some services, need some education, need some help from people who are educated, specialized, and provide this type of services. And we use to work on same way in the capital markets almost 30 years. And the last 3 years, we think that we will be very active in the next future on this crypto asset with old-fashioned clients. Because when you trade, for example, on many platforms or Revolut or something, cards, you will use maybe a few $100. You are new, you try to see how it works. But when you need to, and it is cheap, and your enter in this market is very cheap, maybe a few $100. But if you like to enter on the traditional security trading or stock exchange, you need to have 10, maybe 20,000 euros or dollars that you can enter to this market, because it's very expensive and very this infrastructure is expensive. But this small entry is really good because you will learn. But when people start to work, or when they will invest 10, 20, 30,000 of their euros and their savings, then they will try to have someone which will ask, what do you think about it? Because they don't have enough time to be active all the time of these many different coins or many different cryptocurrencies, many different assets, etc., etc. For example, just one information. In the security world with shares, only 4% are the best securities which will bring you a new wealth in the past. And the same as you see today, we have in the cryptocurrency world. Only a few are very active and only a few are on the top. Okay, we have some special at the beginning which will bring new added value, etc., etc. But it's a really hard and deep work with data when you recognize this. That it's not for ordinary people. That's for the very specialized people who have a time, knowledge, and how to say, energy to be all time in this. That's our point of view, and that's the reason why we develop ourselves in this way, and why we use PalmaBot as an educational tool. And on the other side, this executive part we will use for our own purpose to see what is the best for the execution for our clients in this moment or in the future. So I think I explained what happens with us. It's not a problem to explain to our clients, because our clients work with dematerialized securities. And there is a difference between dematerialized securities and digital asset, but not so big difference because dematerialized, they trade online. Only what we need to learn them is how to use the wallet. But many of them will tell us, okay, I don't need the wallet, you will be our wallet. And then we are custody for them, for example, etc. So that I can explain, I talk about it a lot of time if you like.
So thank you, Milan. I'm super impressed that you as the you and your team, as the oldest financial institution in Croatia, are so progressive. So you are providing your customers not just profits, but also knowledge and awareness of industry, which is great, because my personal experience with some banks or investment institutions where they were quite rigid or conservative, and I was dealing in some crypto projects, and even there were situations like a bank account was not possible to open when you mentioned not crypto, but just and then was no, they don't want to work with you. So it's I'm impressed what you do, and I'm sure in this classical investment, so in this asset tokenization will also bring a lot of new stuff and faster development, faster execution, lower cost, and so on. So
thank you very much.
Thank you, Milan, and we are forward to our next guest, who will talk more about accounting. So how to track, manage, report, and to have a general overview of all of your cryptos in one place. I would like to announce Mr. Dennis Wolfart from accounting.
Yeah,
please.
Thanks a lot for the introduction. So I guess I keep it a little bit short because I know that we're a little bit behind the original schedule. Let me quickly share my screen. I guess the host has to give me the rights to share it. Until then, so quick summary of what accounting does. We are basically a record-keeping platform that allows you to keep track of all your crypto investments on all different exchanges, wallets. You have all the different movements between your exchanges and wallets, ICOs, and your DeFi, everything in one platform. And let me see if I can share my screen. I guess I need to give the rights to 1 second.
Martin Runenbeck, did we give the rights to co-hosting to Dennis?
Yes, we did. He's co-host, yes.
Super. Dennis, all good there with you? Looks like we lost him. Maybe we have some questions for the previous speakers, or we move to Gregor and then return to Dennis, huh?
Yeah, I think we can move to Gregor. I think everybody is super curious because Gregor Boltar is also one of the co-founder of Palma, and I'm sure he will give us news updates and his vision. So Gregor will speak about cockpit and record keeping. So Gregor, please.
Unmute, Gregor.
Yes,
unmute.
yes, thank you. Well, anyway, my intention was to wrap this last round by talking a little bit about speed and control. What you need actually in the trading world, and also in this wealth keeping world, is speed, control, and know-how. So maybe imagine yourself driving a very fast car on German Autobahn. Well, under the bonnet, you have a really strong machine and great transmission that offers you speed, okay? So the car is equipped with the optimum chassis, wheels, tires, responsive steering wheel, effective brakes, and other support system. That gives you control. Now you have great equipment, but do you know how to use it? Well, you need knowledge. For gaining the knowledge, you need instructors, Polygon that you can safely learning about things and driving and so on. And then you need determination and a little bit of time to practice. Okay, now you're prepared since you are equipped with the great gear and know-how how to use it. And you think that you can go on the German van and happily travel across the country, fast, secure, and doing all things to live your life happily and without unnecessary problems and so on. Well, no, you are wrong. The last thing what you need is the rules of driving on Autobahn. That's what basically Milan spoke about it. So imagine the chaos of thousands and thousands of drivers sitting in nice pieces of steel, rushing around the country at high speed on a limited area of a high quality asphalt without any driving rules. So it's easy to imagine the high number of catastrophic accidents. Well, nothing new, right? So here is my rhetorical question. Why people think that this kind of simple logic does not work in other areas in our lives? For instance, when we are managing our money, assets, and finances in general. So the same thing applies when we try to optimize our financial situation with trading. Some of us need to trade more frequently, like driving every day, right? While some need to trade occasionally, weekend drivers, we can call them, okay? So it doesn't matter who you are. We all need the proper equipment, infrastructure, knowledge, and obey the rules. That's very easy to understand. So infrastructure, what we have here in crypto space. Yeah, infrastructure is built. We have exchanges, coins, financial instruments, so-called, analytical tools, alert providers, and so on and so on, okay? What you can get knowledge through different types of online seminars, mentors. You can watch out some chats on TradingView, what we saw. Even in Palma Coconut Club, what we also established to share knowledge about it. And even as we heard and even you can get this kind of knowledge on faculty level, as Ms. Mirjana beautifully explained. So we have infrastructure knowledge and driving rules. What we need driving rules, okay? So numerous countries applied or they're in the process of legislation for that field of the financial industry, and which are very similar to the traditional ones. So driving rules are applying slowly, you know, so we can be safety on the Autobahn. Maybe with Palma, you are well equipped. It offers you speed to be informed and execute trades manually confirmed, manually confirmed or automated, even mobile. You have full control by using dashboard, trading dashboard, with all the balance showed all the time, trades reported, and the possibility of download data for regulatory purposes. Well, in the near future, we will be partnering with the companies such as accounting for even better service and convenience to our customers. So looking forward to that. It's easy to use, it's user-friendly, intuitive tool for shortest learning curve and comfort. And yes, we have also Polygon, you know, in demo mode with the real-time data. So you can practice there without risk. So everything you need for effective management of your corporate or personal finance exists, okay? So you see, it's no different than other parts in our life, nothing so special. Maybe for the conclusion, we drove our car and we came on the crossroad. Will you choose to sit in the top-notch vehicle, drive on the Autobahn and live a modern life? or would you rather stay with the horses and carriages, choosing a lifestyle of Amish people? Well, with that question, I would conclude maybe my thoughts, but of course the choice is all yours.
Oh, thank you, Gregor. This was amazing, and all your work and the work of your team is amazing. I'm sure we have questions for you, and as I know you are a stockbroker as well, so it's interesting to see how people from traditional banking stocking world are more and more going into crypto. So it's the flexibility and this possibility to see a vision and to implement the vision. This is what is unique. But before the questions, I would like to return to Denis, to our previous presenter, if it's okay with you. Denis, are you with us?
Yes.
Yeah, please.
I guess second try. Sorry for that. Maybe the internet here in Crypto Valley is not happy with Bitcoin approaching 18K, and it didn't quite handle the traffic. So let me share my screen. Hopefully it works now. Can you see it?
Yes, perfectly.
Perfect. So we built a crypto tracking, record keeping, analytics, and tax reporting system end of 2018. And all of this kind of started in 2014 and 15 when we invested or started to invest in crypto, then like slowly moved into the ICO bubble, Ethereum, and all the different coins that were created in that journey up until end of 2017 and beginning of 18. And then obviously with all the things that happened, it became a huge problem to keep track of all the different investments, all the movements between exchanges, wallets, and let me quickly close Telegram. And all the different ICO investments that we did. So we built a system for ourselves just in the as a backend solution. And after half a year or like 9 months, we decided to go online with it and build a front end for it. And so this is how our coining started. And we started with the desktop solution. We now have a mobile solution as well. And maybe just a quick walkthrough. We have like a dashboard where you can see your trading performance versus other users in accounting. You see the average buy prices, you see your different portfolio allocations and all the coins you hold. You can connect, like I said, all different wallets and exchanges. Let me maybe add Ethereum here. We have 25 blockchains directly connected for an automatic sync. And we have 300 other hardware wallets and other kind of wallets connected through a CSV import or a, no, what did I write wrong? Oh, not .com, .eth. So you can connect all your wallets, obviously all the ERC20 tokens, different exchanges that also are involved in PalmaBot, like Bitstamp and other exchanges. You can just connect directly through an API, read-only connection, and we import the entire history of those exchanges and wallets automatically, assign it automatically. We have internal matchings. That means whenever you send something from an exchange to a wallet, we recognize this as an internal transaction to have the full money flow of your entire history in one place. And this might seem a little bit unnecessary for people that just start trading, but believe me, when you're in the market for a while and you try to bring back the entire history and match everything together just to get your average buy prices, or in the end, if you have to do a tax report to get to your tax report, it's super hard to do that after a while. So that's why we also decided to make our entire platform for free. So you can just connect all your exchanges, read the entire history automatically. And as soon as you want to report, there's obviously some limits where we then charge a small fee for. And in order to create a report, you just have to give us the country settings. You just create the profile, and we have country-specific outputs. This one here, for example, is for Germany. You have like all different disclaimers for the government. You have the entire summary specific for the country. You have like all the different regulations for airdrops and liquidity pool mining and all kinds of DeFi protocol interactions automatically in here for, like I said, each country specifically. So you can just create that in the end if you need that. If you don't need that, you can obviously use the portfolio overview. You can have an overview of all kinds of different holdings. So in different countries, or for example, in the US, you can use tax loss harvesting to actually lower your tax burden in the end of the year. And
Janez, can you hear me? I have to interrupt you. I'm super excited about this. This is super cool. Let me first tell you, first of all, my father is a tax attorney, okay?
Okay.
I think I told you this before, but one of the reasons he was so skeptical about getting into, oh, Jesus Christ, my English. I'm super nervous here. He was very skeptical about this because of the fact that he didn't understand, even as a seasoned tax attorney with over 40 years of experience, how the hell you pay taxes on cryptocurrency. It required a lot of research. I also, where are you from, Dennis, exactly?
So I'm from Germany, but moved to Switzerland 2 years ago.
That's what I thought. I think the idea may have came from being in Germany, because my ex-German girlfriend and everyone I know in Germany, the first question they have before they invest is, how do I pay taxes on it? And what you have right here, when people talk about mainstream adoption, you've simply nailed it. One of the questions that is on everybody's mind, when I make a profit, how do I streamline the process of understanding how to pay taxes? And I think this is phenomenal. So please explain it a little bit more, but with more enthusiasm, because this is super revolutionary here. How exactly somebody from Germany, AKA my ex-girlfriend, I'm going to send a link to this too, who wants to get into crypto, but is afraid to because she doesn't understand taxes, how she can do that. You were going through it, but please just do it again with a little bit more clarity, because this is super cool, Dennis, what you're doing right here.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I guess this is this time now is the first time that anyone is excited about taxes, because it's actually the backbone, I guess, also for all kinds of regulatory systems that we need in crypto. Otherwise, we will never see mainstream and adoption all over the world, right? So we have different calculation methods in our system. So we use first in, first out methods, last in, first out, high for, all the different calculation methods that are out there, pooling for the UK. And we pretty much combine it all in one platform. And the really basic thing about everything is that you just have the entire trading history and the entire transfer history in one place first, right? Because we need to define, whenever you buy something, you create a cost basis. Let's say you buy Bitcoin back in the day for $1,000. So this Bitcoin has a cost basis of $1,000. Then you send this Bitcoin to a wallet. After that, you send it to an exchange. You sell half of the Bitcoin. Then you send it again to another wallet where you maybe hold it for more than 2 years, and then you sell it again. So how would you define the gain on that specific Bitcoin without a software? It's pretty much impossible. So what we did is we just combined all of this in one software, and we keep track of the entire movements of your investments. And then we can specifically tell you, based on the calculation methods you chose, which cost basis applies to the specific Bitcoin. So we can, for example, say this one Bitcoin that you sell today on Bitstamp was worth $1,000 when you bought it. And so you will have, like, hopefully we see the 18K, so you will have 17K of gains on that sold Bitcoin. And depending on the country where you're in, you pay different amounts of taxes on that gain. In Germany, for example, if you hold it longer than 1 year, you don't pay any taxes. So that's why the holding period, or tax loss harvesting, how it's called in the US, is really, really important, because here we basically show you what happens in the next 365 days. So we show you all the different positions you hold on the different wallets you have. And we pretty much, like, you can go in the future, you see this is 2021, And you can go in the future and see when which position on which exchange becomes long-term or short-term, and what specific gain does it create. And then obviously you can use that to optimize all kinds of investments with that, because in the end, whenever something becomes long-term, for example, in Germany, you can use that to subtract those losses, if you have losses in this coin, against your gains, because it's then in a different tax bracket. So you need to do that before it turns a long-term position, so before it's older than 365 days. And this obviously is a little bit different in all the different countries and jurisdictions. That's why we build a system where you can just choose your country, and we pretty much guide you with whatever you need to know. And
Dennis, do you have Turkey?
Not yet, but we're working on more countries. We currently have 7 countries supported. We just partnered up with a big tax firm, Winheller, in Germany. They're all over the world. They have partners all over the world, and with them we will expand to more countries. We obviously started with the ones that were close to us and have the biggest market at the moment. And then yeah, you just basically, whenever you need your report, you just click through this simple guide here. We tell you the short-term, long-term, and total fees. You tell us if you want to file a loan with an online tool or with a CPA, and we create, like, if you need to review some histories because we didn't assign some classifications, you can do that, and then we create the reports automatically, and you will find the entire process of how to file your taxes, either in the report here, in our disclaimers, and in the descriptions on the bottom, where we basically tell you everything about every specific classification, or you go into our website where you find the specific cases for file yourself with a CPA, with a tax online tool, and you find all the different steps in here. So that's pretty much what we do. If there's any specific questions for countries, different tax regulations, just reach out to us directly and we can help.
Well, I will say this, Dennis, first of all, you're making us very excited. I'm here with a bunch of Turkish lawyers in my Turkish law firm, and every day people come in and ask this question, and this is absolutely brilliant what you're doing. So I love you for that, but I hate you because my ex-girlfriend just said you're more handsome than me when I sent the link. I don't forgive you for that. But other than that, Dennis, this is absolutely phenomenal. But before we continue to the next person, because we are short on time, please just let us know your link to PalmaExecutor, because you're clearly here because you're connected to them. Let me know your thoughts on PalmaExecutor and how they're connected to you.
Yeah, so it's obviously a great tool, and we have a lot of people asking us if they can directly execute trades. And so far we only have read access, because we wanted to nail this first, and then in the next step we would like to integrate PalmaBot into accounting as well, to kind of enable users to actually then trade on our platform. Because you're here, right? We have a mobile app, and you get all the notifications of where your portfolio is. You see if you have some long-term or short-term positions that turn into long-term but are in a loss, and then you don't want to log into all the different exchanges, right? So it would obviously be perfect to have the direct integration as soon as possible, so that people can just execute the trade. We automate that, and they sell the specific coin on the correct exchange where it actually is in a loss. Because, for example, here in Link, right, you see that the coins in the test wallet here are in a gain, and the coins on the PalmaBot test wallet here are in a loss. So you would actually, you would obviously sell the ones that are in a loss. And so with that would be a perfect combination of real-time execution and makes the life of investors even easier, right? Because you don't even have to log into exchanges anymore. I often miss a trade because I'm too lazy to log into an exchange. So that would be obviously a great combination.
Dennis, this is absolutely fantastic. Jernej, I know that you're going to kill me because we've gone way over, but I have to say, accounting is super cool. And we're going to now move on to Jernej and Katja. You guys are going to take over from here because I'm having too much fun with this.
Okay, Katja, would you like to have some couple words more, or I can just go?
I'm sure you prepared us nice surprises, so we are curious.
Yeah.
And please go.
Okay, so for the end of actually this event, so there are no more breaks. There is just going to be the banquet at the end. So stay tuned. We're gonna split you in rooms where you'll be able to chat around. But before you go, we have a special announcement. So there is a special surprise that we would like to announce. And as we will announce, I will as well post the goodie bags. So in a couple of seconds, but first I would like to invite Martin Rönnebeck, and he is actually part of the surprise, but still you will have to wait for a couple of seconds to reveal the whole new era that PalmaExecutor is actually just a tip of the iceberg of. Martin, are you with me?
Yeah, here I am.
Go on.
Okay, as a sort of conclusion, I would like to compare the experience of an ordinary user in the crypto space with some ride in the London Underground. You know, sometimes it's a bit bumpy and things don't always go like you expect them to go. And you have this nice announcement on and on, which says, mind the gap, mind the gap. And I come back to this mind the gap again. So when we went this summer into some strategic discussions, how do we further develop our PalmaBot? We looked what is there on the market, and pretty soon we found out that all these service providers have actually a very good offering, but they have one thing in common, and that is it is sometimes very tricky. You have a perfect tool for charting, you have a nice exchange, or you're working with multiple exchanges, you have a nice tax reporting, and sometimes it's a bit tricky to combine that all for an ordinary user. So that's why we said, okay, what can we do there? And since we had the Palma chatbot already in place, which has the feature that you can use multiple exchanges via one simple app in a simple messenger, and you can do this on the go, we said we have actually a feature that is able to combine services. So why not open our underlying platform to third parties so we can leverage our beautiful platform, which is underneath. And we started thinking about doing a plugin. And as Janez just mentioned, with PalmaExecutor, which is sort of tip of the iceberg, that is our first plugin, which has been built for third parties to integrate within our platform to allow users to see what's happening on different services, where they can receive alerts, where they can maybe also directly trade from other pages. So they have one single place where they can have their, cockpit, so to say, where they manage what they're doing in the crypto space using different services. And we have many more plugins in place, but this is where we strategically actually change from being chatbot-based application for trading only on multiple exchanges to expand that to integrate further services out of the crypto space, right? And this is coming from a real fundamental belief that we say it is very important in the crypto space that those service providers collaborate with each other, because we don't want to leave this space for the big ones and let them be the future Google or Amazon of the crypto space. I think in a slightly decentralized approach, we are ready to support these third parties, to link things together, to make sure there are no gaps where people need to mind, So, and with that, we also have some structural changes, and I think Janez is ready to announce that.
Thank you, Martin. I will put it like this very shortly. it was the last 3 years. It was like we are doing so many things. It's crazy how fast that went through. And for me, it was like this. All of a sudden, we stopped and we looked what we did, and it was like, oh my God, what have we done here? And then Martin comes along and he says, yeah, it's a platform that offers many plugins. So we said, okay, let's rename, because PalmaBot is only one plugin actually. So we renamed to Palmatrix. So yoo-hoo, we have a new name, Palmatrix, which is actually the let's say the highest level of what we are doing. And underneath there is PalmaBot, there is PalmaExecutor, and many more are coming. And I'm happy to introduce my now friend who joined, and happy to introduce to you our new CEO, so CEO of Palmatrix, Martin Dronebeck. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Martin.
Yeah, I'm happy to taking this team forward on the platform approach, and I'm also happy looking for new collaborations like we have seen today.
Great.
Great. Because we are far behind schedule.
Yeah,
I mean, and being German, that really hurts.
Yeah, we had many presentations and everything prepared, people. So we will be happy to skip that because the hour is so late. I will just do my final duty, and I have for the beginning of our, let's say, banquet. I prepared the third round of goodie bags. Here, the specialty, the biggest specialty is, of course, Palma bonus. We are giving away 15,000 euros of Palma bonus, and it's actually 500 times per 30 euros. So you can use it, and your account will be topped with 30 euros, and you can as well share it. But wait, don't miss out. This link is valid only till midnight. So go for it, share it, and enjoy your how many months you can afford then to buy with Palma bonus. There is as well an option for you to share with your referral link. So if you want to share it with a friend, do it with your referral link. You both would get another 3 euros of Palma bonus, and then use this link as well for another 30 euro of Palma bonus. As well, this party in the last round is joining, of course, Accounting. They are offering 20% of discount to all of their record keeping and taxation services. And of course, the payable ones, there are many for free. FEMA is offering a free access to opening collaboration with them. I will be sharing now the links. And there is as well a small presentation link from our great teacher, Mirjana, who I personally would like to thank for coming this time again. Appreciate it very much. So this is it. Let me do the copy and paste, and then I will leave you to more fine things to do today. So first thing, we go to the community. 3, 2, 1, go. And I would like to ask for help for reposting this as well to the Zoom channel. I don't know what Zoom is all about today, but it doesn't let me. It doesn't let me do the posting there. So help, Max.
Am I back on?
Can you do the closing words, please?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Deep breath. Okay. So everybody who's been here today, it's been an honor to be your moderator here with Katja. We've seen some of the most amazing projects on the cryptocurrency space. We had Bitstamp, we had Coin Market Alert, we have Accounting, everybody, Accounting, that's also a super cool name. Everybody knows now the price of Bitcoin is going way up. So a lot of you people are probably like checking Google right now, Bitcoin to USD while you're watching the stream. And I think this is a very, very, very exciting time to be in the market, you guys. You know, the crypto winter, it just sucked, you know? We all kind of wondered, is that it for crypto? Is it ever going to come back? Especially for some of the more impulsive investors. But for those of you who have been in the market since the very beginning, for those of you who stuck through it, now the rewards are just so much sweeter. Wait, 1 second. Hey, you guys, shut up. I'm talking. Okay, sorry, I had to tell my team to shut up. I'm in my law office right now. So a lot of you know, I work in a Turkish law office. I'm the chief operating officer in a cryptocurrency firm in Istanbul. And I've always been a huge fan of Gregor and PalmaBot and now the PalmaExecutor. For me, to be here with you guys today, I think I'm more excited than all of you, because to have this wide range of so many fantastic guests. I mean, to have the oldest financial institution from Croatia, to have the oldest longstanding financial or cryptocurrency exchange in the world, to have one of the most reputable exchanges in Brazil, gives that international feel. You know, it's not like they're just the flavor of the month and they're going to crap out in a month or two. This is an exchange that actually stuck through the nightmare, the crypto winter. And every single project that we've had here is credible. I think that's the most important thing to remember, that what we're dealing with here in 2020 is a whole shitstorm of scams, of failed ICOs, of exit scams. And these are the survivors. These are the companies that really survived because they built their foundation on the trust of the consumer. And whether it's Bitstamp or whether it's NovaDAX or whether it's PalmaBot, if there's one word to describe every single company that was here today, it's trustworthy. You're all trustworthy. And that's why you will be here in 2021, 2022, 2023. Your demise will come when the demise of cryptocurrency comes, which I don't think is coming anytime soon, if ever. So it's been an absolute honor to be your moderator here. And I think that I owe you all a big thank you for having me as your moderator, because now I get to show this to all my friends, to my dad, especially my mom. My mom really hates my hair. She made me do this. Let me show you all what my hair really looks like. I think this is okay. I am not, my hair is as long as the story of cryptocurrency. So on that note, I say in Turkey, we say, well, I'm actually from California, but I'm in Turkey now. So I'm gonna say, İyi akşamlar, that means good night. And I don't know how you say that in Ljubljana. How do you guys say good night?
Lahko noč.
Lahko noč. I want to say, my German friends, I say gute Nacht, Alter. And everybody, thank you so much. We hope to see you all soon. And please, I don't need to tell you, it's without explanation, PalmaExecutor is going to be amazing. And I look forward to hearing from all of you again soon. You all know where to find us on Telegram. We look forward to it. Jernej, Gregor, Martin, everybody, thank you.
Thank you, Max, and thank you, Katja, as well. Thank you. Okay, so Martin, you want me to put on the music and then we go to breakout rooms? Let's go.
Yeah, you might explain the breakout room first. Otherwise, I do it.
You do.
Okay, we now put people in breakout rooms, so that allows you to do some chatting after this meeting, exchange your experience, maybe ask questions to the moderators. So enjoy the evening. Thank you.
Okay, I'm sharing it now.
Wait, do we go in the room? How do we go in the room?
So, where's the room?
Yeah, I'm trying to join it, but I can't figure it out. An invite for the room. Bertram.
Hello guys, I think I messed it up. I moved you back to the main room. Sorry for that. I tried to open the rooms again.
Okay, cool.
퉁퉁 하여 내가